Sound engineer, are you there? Make sure I'm up. Video engineer, am I up? Video engineer, am I up? Sound engineer, am I up? Are we up?
I see a red light.
We up. Hey guys, so welcome back again for this is the 9th installment. I'm gonna go ahead and say it 9th. Welcome back to the 9th installment of the HotPot podcast. As you know, I'm your lovely host, Sweet P, aka Pierre, and you know we have our co-host Chaz in the building. So, just kind of wanted to give you guys a recap of what just kind of went down at the Vans event that just went down in Long Beach, California. Dope event, very hype. They have multiple categories. We had a 5-on-5, a 1v1, a kids battle 3v3. But yeah, man.
Kids 3v3?
Yeah, but
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but props to them.
It sounds fun, honestly.
No, they held it down for the event. The event was smooth. And, you know, you typically don't see this from a lot of B-boy events, but
we're coming up.
Making progress.
Yeah.
One by one in increments.
Got 3 categories in one day?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we started from prelims. So prelims was supposed to begin around, 2? And then it was supposed to end around 4 or something like that. And we're going to resume the top 16 for each of the category.
End? That's the point. Let's
see. So the event ended around 9, 10, sometime in between 9:45, 10. But so like I was saying, we began at 2. Battles began at 5 for top 16 for each of the categories. Then we just ran up until 10, 9 o'clock, something like that. So,
amen.
But anyways, there's a lot to go over today. Man, I don't know what I want to start with because we had burns going on the entire weekend. We had fights going on the other side of the northern hemisphere. And then what else? I mean,
we seen some clips. We seen some clips.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen the clips,
but actually, what's kind of going on in your mind about the whole event? How do you feel about it?
Well, as far as Vans and Inner Circle, I know you got the chance to go, and I got to see some of the videos from the event. Man, first of all, thanks for keeping the Groovy crew alive. We got to keep these hype battle together type scenarios going. So number one, that's pretty tight. Number two, there's so many things happening in the b-boy community. It seems like there's so many jams, so many events happening, and now elevation happening with the breaking community. So with us going into getting sponsorships and being bigger and larger, we got to start thinking about what our community does and is.
Yeah.
And I think that leads probably into our first topic about a certain clip.
We're not going into anything until we address this. So pretty much the whole consensus of this whole episode today is how far is too much? Too much touching, too much burning, too much biting, too much anything. And but actually I want to give you guys a rundown of what we had to kind of go through. So we first landed in Long Beach, went over to the Vans headquarters. Actually, I'm sorry. Landed in Long Beach, went over to the Volcom headquarters, and man, shout out to you, Volcom. They sent us back with some fresh gear. If you guys are not shopping at Volcom, make sure you do because I swear, man, they're coming up in the breaking industry.
So you had a nice time is what you're saying.
Oh, man. No, we had a really good collab with them and talking about some of the future stuff that we kind of want to do as a crew with them. And yeah, man, I can't complain. These guys are on it. They want to be here in the culture. So shout out to them. Because the gear is dope, honestly. As you can see from
and
the
I already
beat.
know that headquarters look dope. I saw that walk in. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
What they gave you, some gear?
I actually wanted to also bring up this triple threat collab with Run the Jewels, Volcom, and Hot Wheels, man. This is actually one of the dopest things that I've ever seen because me as a kid, I always wanted to have a Hot Wheels set. And I know this guy over here had the whole highway in his room.
Hey, man, look.
He had a whole garage. He had a whole parking lot.
I had 200 plus, man. I had that case and everything. I had
case.
to have them. I had to have them.
Christmas came early.
Christmas came every other day.
Yeah, but no, it was a dope collab. Going to go see the headquarters and kind of like what they had going on. But yeah, man.
They give you a Buick Regal.
Yeah, Buick.
Mean,
hey, doesn't what? Kirk? That's because he got a Buick.
He got a Buick, man.
Hey, Kirk, you got a Buick. We got a Buick, man. So, hey, shout out.
He got the El Camino, too.
Yeah, he got the El Camino, man. I got to check out some of the pictures that he took with me and Chaz when we were chilling in L.A. That was a really dope time back in 2018. But, all right, going into it, how far is too much in terms of burning? And this we kind of want to go straight into this whole topic about people getting burned because there's a lot of getting burned happening. So Chaz, what is on your mind? All right, we have three major burns, Mr. Burns, and actually it's two major burns that happen that I kind of want to discuss. But
yeah, I guess we could dissect. We could dissect one or two.
So what stuck out to you this weekend?
So first of all, there were some dope battles in the circle, right? One of them happened to be, Monster B-Boys and all of that good stuff, right? We just happened to see, what was it, Stimpy?
Yeah, Stimpy, yeah.
And, he did a round. He did some fire things, and our boy Nels One just, he caught one. He caught one. That's what happened. We just got to...
So no one, Nels is like one of my favorite B-boys. He's actually one of my homies too. I love him. And I had no quarrels against Stimpy too. Like I'm cool with him. Like my brothers. But man, I'm telling you, if anyone touched me in the middle of a battle, man, I might have to run some hand. So
look, he caught one.
He did. That was one of the big burns that I've seen this weekend. But it kind of gets me into this topic of what's the point of no return when it goes into burns? Like, there's some people who will, won't tolerate it, So, and I know a lot of them.
Yeah. So for me, number one, contact. We talking about contact, right?
Okay.
So burns are kind of a part of the culture. You're gonna be able to burn somebody. You it's a style thing, right? How are you gonna impose your kind of dominance on the circle? But when you touch somebody, which collectively we understand is a rule in breaking, like you just don't touch people. But a lot of times people break that rule and, kind of whisked off or whatever the case is. But you go too far, touching people's head, touching people's face, touching people's clothes, like you said, what is too far? And what do we risk out for? What should we make a rule? Yeah.
So I actually want to bring up like three major burns that I've kind of seen.
Okay.
Just kind of like a general one. So we've seen the Nels one.
Okay.
Nels and Stimpy. We've seen the one with Tie-Dyes and Lilu.
Oh, man.
That was the first one that...
Oh, you're bringing me back. You're bringing me back.
That was a burn that introduced us to all burns. Grandfather burn. And then one that we also saw more recently was the one that happened at Red Bull National Finals with Dosu and Ali. And I think that one kind of goes under the radar. I think a lot of people wouldn't really catch that one, but that one was a burn. Like, that was a burn. Nah.
I mean, you was telling me about this one.
We had to play the bombs.
Look,
that was a burn.
You was telling me about this one, right? And I need to go check this because the way you were speaking about this burn being a mental thing, I definitely I definitely see where you're coming from with that. We gotta break that down. But then I guess and where did you want to take this? Because it's like,
all right,
you can get into the psychological aspect, the touching
So
aspect.
yeah.
Like,
So I guess I want to kind of go into it in multiple directions, but I want to say to you, just kind of getting your preference, kind of in your mind, which one do you think is the worst burn?
which one out of which?
So we have Stimpy Nails one.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ali and Dosu, and we also have Lilu and Tie Dye.
Okay, we got to break these three down. We can't just
All right.
right.
So, all right. So with the So the one that just passed this weekend and Vans, pretty much, Nels did his round, and then Stimpy came in did his round, but Nels
Yep.
kind of interjected, did a flip. Stimpy caught him, and he did the do.
Look. See,
Which I have a problem with.
What-
If no one's gonna do that to me, I can't say.
I hear that. But I ain't gonna lie. You know what happened to me and what I saw was, you come in, does a round, Zimpy does a round, like does a great round, does his move, does a signature, or whatever the case is, and Nels comes in and tries to be a little flashy and does the same move to his face basically. When he gets up, he got a little rubber in his back, I guess. Y'all know. And Zimpy decided to catch, put his hand on his head, and went somewhere with that. It seemed like you trying to style it out. You can style it out, but it just went the wrong direction for him. But if you are actively touching somebody, moving their body, right? How much should that be looked upon as like, oh dang, you got burned, or that's what I'm saying?
So this is where I kind of want to go into a direction where I'm saying, like, I think judges need to know how to dock a score sheet when it goes to touching, because honestly, it could escalate. In most cases, I think it would, and in fact, it did.
In fact, it did.
This weekend at Undisputed. It looked like WWE over there.
Oh my God!
But I don't want to speak on it too much because I didn't really know what was kind of going on. I wasn't there, but from the footage that I've seen, I gotta say that that was kind of expected. I gotta say that was expected.
There's a clip.
So yeah, so that was pretty much an expected response that I kind of felt like anyone would do in that type of situation. But yeah, that's pretty much where I want to go with it in terms of that.
So with the Undisputed situation, like, man, people battle rap. Like, it's gonna happen, and for you to take being in the circle and dancing, getting in somebody's face as such a moment that you need to intentionally try to put your hands on somebody, that's just disrespect. Like,
so I don't want to bring up any of the names that were involved, but
that's
I'm gonna say there's crew 1, crew 2. Crew 1 was in, and they had done their round, got up, but while they were already trying to get up, you had crew 2 already in his face, doing a whole bunch of gestures, whatnot. So I feel like I would already kind of be like in a dazed stance, I'm like, well, I just finished, and I have this dude like swinging on me, but he's not hitting me, but he's swinging all over in my face. So like the only natural response there, like that any rational person would have done, any breaker at that point, would have been a battle rock and try and do a response. Now, it kind of went into a battle rock thing, but people's hands were getting in each other's face, and then the slap happened, and someone got rushed. And I would have said, like, I would do that for anyone in my crew. Like, if that happened to anyone in my crew, I would do that.
But
I know that they would do that. And like me, like, we're not taking nothing. But
you can't,
that's what it is.
You can't go in there intentionally, like, trying to put your hands on someone. Like, that's clearly out of line. And I don't know what you kind of have to do at that point as an organizer, as an event, thrower. But like, man, like, and number one, wait, was that a crew v crew? That was a crew v crew, right? Undisputed?
Yeah, there's a crew v crew at Undisputed. So,
man, look, if you got your whole crew behind you and your opponent got that whole crew behind them, you gonna pull some stuff like that and expect nothing to happen? Come on, that man was just called lacking to me. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was just the natural response. So we have two different types of burns, and I don't know really if I would consider that one a burn, but it happened because the battle rocking, is debatable. But what I want to say about that is that we have what happened at Vans, we have what happened at Undisputed, and then now we have the Lilu situation with tie dyes. How would you feel if someone brought your eyes down there? Brought your eyes down where it was tight.
Look, ain't nobody about to touch their balls to my eyeballs, man. That ain't about to happen, man. That can't happen. It ain't gonna happen. Look, but I ain't gonna lie. So I feel like we all kind of, okay, there's two sides to this. So like, I feel like we all kind of, had a sigh of relief when that happened because we kind of know the story. Like the first thing that happened is we had a whole interdiscipline battle with B-Boy Jr. going against Tie Dyes, right? And in a crump venue, in a crump atmosphere, right? You can't just go up to somebody and kick them over when they're doing a handstand like that. That can't happen.
But that's my thing. I don't even think that crumpers would even take some of the type of touching, like, that Tie Dyes was implementing in his rounds.
I ain't gonna lie, he was doing a lot. But I know that in crumping it's an accepted like part of the dance. But obviously trying to do harm to somebody else is like you can't have somebody be in an acrobatic position and then knock them over like while they're doing their round. Like that's just disrespectful. Yeah. Like come on.
Hey man, hey, shout out to you, Lilu. Hey,
for real.
Lilu, you are our savior for the B-boy community. You made so many people proud when you put his eyes where they needed to be. He needed to go see something. You're like, what you doing down there?
Hey, man. Like you said, he needed to see something. But here's this other part of the conversation. Is like you felt that revenge felt good, I guess. But at the same time, should we be condoning that level of touching in our rounds? Like,
not necessarily. Well, because there's levels of burn, like what I saw with Art. So other situation was what we saw with Dosu and Ali. And Dosu kind of used his brain matter to like predict the future. And he was like, he finished his round, slid out, but he did a signature slide that Ali did. And then kind of pointed at the ground. He was like, all right, now your turn. And I mean, I felt like Ali played into it, which is why it was so much impactful. So for me, at least, I would say the worst burn of all three would have probably, well, the Lilu one is pretty good because of a cultural phenomenon that, everybody kind of had this whole thing that, hey, we want to get him back. And there was a community of people who wanted to get Tie Dyes back, which he did on their behalf. But I think the one that was more impactful here was the Ali and Dosu burn because he showed like a level of, I can predict your rounds. I can predict what you're about to do and does it in front of you and say, you're going to do it. And you did it without necessarily knowing it. And I feel like it hit the crowd or the audience a little bit later than the response of a natural burn where, the response is a little bit more instantaneous.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it seemed like one, you definitely don't have to pay attention to. The other, you kind of have to pay attention to just a little bit. But I mean, if you have a level of knowledge and control that you can display to everyone about what's going on in the battle, like that level of control about everything that's happening, I think that shows a level of mastery and almost an ability to control your opponent if you do what you're gonna do. So I kind of do find that tight, but man, look.
All right, which one is worse for you of those three?
Which one is worse having it done to you?
Well, there's two. There's two sides to this, right? I'm speaking from the judge's perspective. Like, if I'm judging, like if I were to be battling and like I'm the one that's supposed to be, net positive within this burn. Mm-hmm. So like if I do something that's supposed to help my round, which one do you think was more helpful to the individual? Was it one, the Simpsy and Nels one, or two, the Lilu and Tie Dye, or three, the Ali and Dosu?
So again, haven't seen the Ali and Dosu one. I would say that would give you more props, the Ali and Dosu one. But because in my head, if you going wild and touching somebody doing some wild stuff like Lilu did to Tie Dyes, like, I don't know if you would necessarily be getting props for that rather than somebody else getting kind of like looked at more negatively in terms of their round.
Yeah.
When that happens. So it's like, do you look at the person that did the burn way more favorably, or do you look at the person who got burned like way more negatively?
Or would you rather be Kleju when he did the burn?
That's a no.
It's a foundation, right?
Why do we actually? That's another question. Why do we do these things? Why do we put our deeds out into the world and expect?
No, don't say us. Don't say why do we put our not me.
Why do B-Voice do this? Why is this a burn that we all humbly accept? Like,
so something that was interesting to me was when I saw what's his name, Sway. So it was when I saw Sway get online and he was doing a commentary. I think it was for a Red Bull event, but he was like, why are they, doing all these gestures? And, from someone who's outside of the culture, kind of like looking in and seeing people do some of these burns, it's kind of like, when you do see some of these gestures, I don't think it really makes you look good in any type of positive light. But the way that they kind of, perceive each other, like whether it's the Kleju thing or even the Stipsy thing or the, Lilu thing, I don't think it really helps your image.
I mean,
like when you do something like that.
If you start to think about it, it's definitely weird, bro. It's definitely weird. It's funny.
It's funny, but the one that Stipsy did, I feel like that one helped him in the credibility because it showed how raw the moment was. Yeah. Pause. That's not what I meant, but it shows like
you wrong, Pierre.
No, it's because like it was such a quick response that people were like, "Whoa!" He was quick. He was quick with it.
And there was an awareness there too.
Yeah, he had like a type of social awareness within that battle that it was kind of like, okay, like this man he's here, he's him right now.
So you would give him props for a burn like that?
I would. Like it's kind of weird. I would say not more so giving him props, but I would say that it hurt Nels' round more than it would give him props or take away from his round. Like I mean, think about it. If a random guy came up to you and just kissed you, what are you gonna be like? Do you feel more disrespected or?
I mean,
it's kind of like that. You see them Bugs Bunny cartoons and man, you kind of get disrespect, you're like, man. I see why they mad. Like, no, but for real, I'd be really upset. I can't have anyone touch me. That's why I do my best to be very courteous of other people whenever they're dancing. Look, cool. All right, you over there, we over here. I'm not gonna touch you, but if you touch me, I'm gonna have some problems. I know I am. But that's just kind of how my mind works.
Yeah, and to be honest, like you mentioned, you're gonna go too far and be looked upon as all weird and stuff like that, man. You can't be out there stopping people in the middle of the day. They get commando.
What do you think about Kleju's burn?
I can't.
Now, do you think that one made him look better or them look better?
It's terrible. It's terrible. God.
Wait, who looked like the winner coming out of that?
I don't think anybody was the winner coming out of that. I'm gonna be honest. Everybody just looked wrong. Like, and I'm gonna look at this. This is two different things, by the way. Yeah. Right? Lilu's burn to the face. Kleju's burn, for some reason, it was to the hole. I don't know why. He had them looking backwards and stuff.
Give that look back.
Hey, man, why?
Giving that one eye, that one eye shot.
Oh man,
bro, I'm like
in the middle of a commando.
Look, I think Kleju's a talented dancer. I actually really like him, but yeah, Kleju, that did not make you look good, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I F with you. I F with you, but yeah, I don't think that really made it look good.
Yeah, old news, but at the same time, God dang.
All right. Hit me up. So new music alert. We got some new music. Diddy just released a project with 23 tracks.
I did hear some headlines about Diddy recently. Yeah.
I only liked about 3 of them. Who else? Doja Cat went full satanic.
Okay.
Some of the things that we kind of want to go cover.
Look.
So why is it kind of okay for Doja Cat to kind of do that stuff?
Okay.
I'm just saying. Why is it okay that, or the reception that people have towards it is like, okay, it's just art, versus when you see someone like Kanye doing something with Christian music and it's like kind of like frowned upon.
That is super interesting. That's a really interesting question you pull up, because I mean, a lot of people gave a crap when what was it?
Kanye?
Nah. Another guy who did like those sneaker collabs.
Chance?
Nah, the sneaker collab with the blood in it, and he did the whole devil thing.
Oh, you're talking about X.
Nas X, yeah.
Nas X.
So, I mean, a lot of people had a problem when he did that.
He went from making music for kids to...
I don't know what that shit is, bro. I don't know what that is.
I don't understand why that's such a genre in music. Like, why do a lot of artists have some of these symbolic references to like satanic culture and stuff like that?
I mean, I've seen Travis do it. I've seen Lil Nas X do it. And then we've seen Doja Cat do it. And not just in like, I'm going to put a symbol here or there or whatever cases, which would still be problematic. But like a full-blown, I'm going to do costume, makeup, video, red carpet with costume. Like, what are y'all doing? What is this for? I mean, we know Doja Cat to be weird, ever since before she blew up. But like, this is intentional. You can't.
Well, so this is the part where I've heard some people make the argument that Doja Cat, she's just weird, and she just that's her. But this isn't just a weird moment, like there's people that I was cool with like that, like back in high school, even now. But what she's kind of doing is not the same thing. Like where she came out with that quirky type of style, with the moo and the cow outfit. Well, I mean, but she had so many slaps. She had like those songs, those albums, anything that she worked on before were slaps. But like now, like changing all your album cover to something red and doing all this stuff, like it's so like 180 from like what is conventionally known as the weird nerd quirky type of
I'll be honest,
behavior.
She trying to do all this demon time devil stuff, and she, how like they try to make the whole demon devil stuff, especially when it's related to women, like a whole temptation play, right? Where it's all sexiness and all this other good stuff. Yeah. But like, she ain't even look like that. She look like she got some weird horns on her head. Like, I don't know what that is, man.
Oh, I know what you're talking. You're talking about that one photo where she was like in the dark with the. There's a picture that's supposed to reference it, like there's like some type of demon in the night. It's just kind of tasteless, like what she's kind of doing with this stuff.
I mean, she want to make a scary movie, go make a scary movie. But this, I don't know, man.
Yeah, Tony used to be a big fan of Doja, but I don't know how she feel about her now, especially with all that stuff.
I liked her old sounded better anyway. Now she's kind of getting a little poppy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, but on Diddy's track, he actually had a sound. On Diddy's track, he actually had a song that I actually really liked by Tiana Taylor. Man, that woman could sing. Like, it was actually really good.
Tiana's dope. You got to show me the list, man.
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you, but I listened to the whole album. So I'm going to just give you guys like a light take to it. I think overall, I didn't really like the album. Like, I'm sorry, Diddy, you didn't hit like, you used to do in the early 2000s, or the late 90s, but like it was kind of normal to me. But Diddy's definitely going to work. It wasn't one of my favorite Diddy projects, but I thought it was like, all right, I thought it was straight. But I mean, like the 3 songs that I really vibed with were like the one with Tiana Taylor, the one with Jacquees. King of R&B. Y'all go check him.
My goodness.
Hey, who's gonna challenge Jacquees? Because
that man doing covers all day, every day.
Look, man, so many people have so many problems with me saying Jacquees really is the king of R&B. Who in modern day time could top Jacquees?
Look, when he stopped doing covers.
Who can top him? He's not only doing like he released like many projects, like even after doing all the covers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I only know him because of his covers, but to each his own.
Man, this man hating. I ain't never heard of this one hating this much.
Hey, I mean, the brother sounds good. I ain't gonna say he don't, but
Oh man, that boy Jacquees, man. If y'all don't know, y'all need to quit hating on my boy Jacquees, man.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just tell y'all, don't ride in the car with this man because that's all that's on this playlist.
Nah, I play R&B. I'm an R&B type of dude. But also on another note, Bryson Tiller came out with another project, Volume 1. We're waiting on Volume 2. It never came out. Actually, I'm gonna have to go ahead and check this thing out to see if he released it.
That homework in before 11:59?
No, I don't think he did, man. I don't think Bryson did.
Oh, that man about to check that homework. Look, we'll see.
Yeah, so
I mean, but you're a big Bryson Tiller fan, right?
Yeah. I actually discovered him when he was still on Selection, like back in like 2014.
Too many good.
This is before he blew up.
Yeah.
Which is, mind you, so like I was showing some of my friends some of his music. I'm like, yo, this guy is like really dope. Some people were like, he's all right, all this and that, and then it was weird because when he finally blew up, like some of those people were like, oh my gosh, this is the guy that you showed me, like. He's really good. And I'm like,
yeah. Don't remember who put you on. The type stuff.
I'm going to remind you all the time.
Hey, remember who showed you that?
Yeah, you got to know. Like, keep y'all people accountable. When you show them something and they say they don't like it at first, Charles.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
When they say they don't like something and then they later on like it.
Nah.
That means you're doing something right. Don't listen to no one.
Who showed you plenty of things? Masego?
Masego? You ain't show me Masego.
I didn't show you Masego?
Nope.
Pink Polo?
Nope.
Man, when you heard
Masego, I heard of Masego on Selection. Back in 2014.
When was that?
2013, 2014.
Because I think Pink Polo was during our high school years.
I'm not sure. But I heard the first time where I actually like noticed I was like listening to some Masego is like 2013, 2014.
I mean, he was starting to get big, man.
Like to be honest, Selection was like the gateway for a lot of this stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, Bryson came out with Slum Tiller Volume 1. The homework didn't come out in time because Volume 2 ain't here, and he said it'd be here like 3 days ago.
That man waiting. He waiting.
So yeah, I'm a fan of the whole trap soul type of vibe and everything that he kind of has with that. So that's tough. That's tight. But so major news alert. So rest in peace, DJ Basic, pillar in hip hop, man, and breaking. This man was like fundamental. Just had to throw that out there. So for the family and everything. There with y'all. Yeah, it's a hard moment for them. So, yeah, he was one of the dopest DJs out. So,
rest in peace.
Can't keep it there. All right. So upcoming events. What we got? All right. So we got B-Boy City coming up
this weekend,
and then we got Red Bull coming up. We got the Pan Am Games coming up.
Yep.
We got the Good Fight, Jam coming up.
San Antonio. Shout out.
So, is that everything else? I feel like there's something else that we probably overlooking.
I mean, there was a bunch of details that I know, set up with B-Boy City. They got a lot of things going on from the film festival to the graffiti, the scratching, DJ scratch contest, and then you got the whole event at the park downtown.
Where's the Waterloo Park?
Dude. That's going to be nice.
But what's really dope is that, man, shout out to Rome and Roger and just the whole B-Boy City team. But they have one of the, illest venues coming out here in Austin, Texas. I saw something that, they had like a facility that they were trying to build for the community, which I thought was pretty dope. on the other hand, eventually we'll have the HotPot studio, but that's for another date. That's not up yet, but we're gonna keep it with the pod for now. But what I'm kind of who are you kind of expecting to like kind of take it this year in B-Boy City? Because Renegades won last year. I'm not sure if they're coming back, but
yeah, honestly, it'd be dope if we had them kind of check-ins before the date, because we know definitely some crews are gonna show up to this year, but
that's
we
true.
don't know who's gonna be battling. We gotta see who's gonna really be taking these crowns, man. So.
Yeah.
And maybe it's gonna be the ATX superstars that's coming out here. What they call them?
Oh man, Chimera Ants, man. And they get it wrong every time. Look, I'm with y'all, but they get it wrong every time. Chimera Ants organizers. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still kind of trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna make an appearance at this event or
make an appearance. Look at
if I'm not,
look at what he's saying. Make an appearance.
I'm a star.
We'll tell y'all.
I'm a star.
We'll tell y'all. He went.
I'm a star.
He went.
But HotPot made an appearance at Vans. I wanted to show some of the merch, some of the gear. So due time, you guys gonna be able to cop some of it. Wear the pot on your back. But I don't know. We'll see what I like kind of come to a conclusion on in terms of what team I want to battle with. I don't think Rad's going to make an appearance, but maybe bits and spurs of us will make appearances and show up and still compete. So we'll see if that happens. Another event.
Pan Am Games, man.
Man.
That's coming up. Hey, that's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be 41 countries, something like that, in Chile, Santiago, Chile.
I'm not sure. Wait, you said 41?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I had predicted for the Olympics. Like there'd be like 50 different or 60 different countries or something like that.
It's going to be a lot, man. And I think this is not the first time that Chile's had an event in breaking this past year. They had something recently, like a while back. It was a WDSF event. And now they're having the Pan Am Games. So breaking is going to be alive there. They're going to have 2 days, I believe, in early November. I think it's like the 3rd and 4th in November. So be on the lookout. Support your B-boys and B-girls that's going to that event. And another thing we got coming up, like you said, was a good fight.
Yeah, the good fight. The one and only Sweet Pea and the HotPot will be making an appearance. That is right. Your one and only host, this lovely guy, will be making an appearance. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I want to do something for the community, for them, and I went over there and won a flat screen and won the jam.
Oh,
so
man. You kind of have to go back. Huh? You excited to go back. That's what you
I'm trying to see if I can win another flat screen. Put it right next to the other one.
And then, last but not least,
we have Red Bull.
We got
Red Bull. So this is what we want to really talk about. So we had multiple wild cards pulled at Red Bull this year. So one of them being Danny Dan, qualified for the Olympics. I think he was the first qualifier for the Olympics. So hey, Danny Dan, shout out.
Oh, that's you, yeah. Doing big things.
We got Jeffro from the fam. Also got played as a wild card. This is actually going to be very interesting.
It's going to be good.
Like, I'm actually looking forward to this year's Red Bull. And I think it's going to be one of the best ones, just kind of due to the fact that this is going to be the year before the Olympics. So I think they're going to ramp up productions, marketing, everything, like to make this Red Bull the one that, kind of supersedes at least some of the previous Red Bulls that came before. So,
I mean, it's going to be back in Paris, so, it's going to be a big thing.
And then we have B-Girl Stissy, or... Is that how you say it? B-Girl Sissy?
B-Girl Sissy, right? And then we got Sesame Rock, I believe. That also got called up as a wild card. So shout out, congrats to those. We know y'all going to kill it another time. I mean, what you think about Red Bull this year, man? Is it going to be hype, dope, super fly?
Red Bull this year, I think it's going to be interesting, but My thing is like they said that there's a wild card, but also at the same time, does that give them the allotted room to still have the other qualifiers from all the other Red Bull events to also attend? Is that top 16 or is it going to be a little bit more than
Oh
that?
no, because they called several wild cards, and I'm wondering is that a part of the last chance? Are they gonna be in the top 16? So let us know. But
So something I like that Red Bull did is all right. So we got B Girl Rico,
Mm.
and she has a signature move called Drill Halo Back Freeze.
are you talking about these cards?
Yeah, from One Piece crew. Like I like kind of like these stats, kind of make them like trading cards
I
or
ain't gonna
something.
lie, that's tight. Yeah.
They might actually get into something like that. But One Piece crew, shout out. I gotta give my props to all my
Why do you
One Piece
watch
fam
that
out there,
show,
man.
Why do you watch that show?
Yeah, it's because if you're not watching, you really not caught up with the
Man,
times.
why does he watch this show?
And then so we have another one, Castrito. Man, he's such a powerful b-boy, man. But let me see his strength, signature move, finger planche, from Renegade Rockers. Strong b-boy, man. It's gonna be interesting watching him. Danny Dan, man, Danny Dan is like a strong b-boy too. I like him. From Vagabond's crew, strengths, musicality, breaking since 2003. It doesn't show like a signature technique on his. So I mean, I think that's pretty dope. And then we have B Girl Sissy. She's dope. I started watching her more recently. I've seen her a little bit more. She's from Melting Force. Strength, signature move, Broken Legs. I want to see what it looks like.
For real, I ain't gonna lie. That sounds crazy.
Hope nothing breaking, but yeah. Then we got B-Boy Jeffro from Rat Crew and Monster Energy, of course. And let's see, signature move, that way, aka 1130.
Hey man, if y'all ain't seen it, y'all about to see it. That's
if y'all don't know what's that way, I'm gonna show us what that way is.
No, I ain't go. Hey, look. Trying to call a bite on the pod.
I see y'all baser bite. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people. A lot of people seem to like the that way move, man.
Hey, look.
Then we got,
they know who it's from.
of course. Then we got B Girl Mono, from Sesame Rock, and her strength. Let me see. Strength is attitude, man. Break since 2006. That's dope. Let's see. Next B Girl we have is Shun, and she is from B Girl Shun. She's from Good Morning Vietnam. Strength, funkiness, personal touch. So
sound like she got style and flavor.
yeah, and actually, I think this is a new one. 6 hours ago.
Dang, so they keep calling.
Yeah, Lego Sam, from Brother Green, Cyphers Kings, Formulace Corp. I couldn't read his signature move. This stuff going way too fast.
Hey man, and look, get y'all tickets. Y'all gonna go. If y'all gonna go, get it.
And also, I think there was another b-boy that made it too. I think it was like X something. Well, actually, but let's go back to Lego Rock. His signature move is flexibility freeze. That's dope.
It's crazy. On their site, they've got 10 listed so far.
Yeah,
I'm sure those recent people that got added to the wild card definitely gonna be added to the website right now.
But before you continue, we got X Rain from the Chinese international team. So X Rain, let's see, very strong b-boy, of course. Anyone from the Chinese international team is like very strong. Actually, Chinese national team. His signature move is Flying Man. And actually, I forgot some other ones too. So we got 671. She's famous
crazy.
big girl. Everybody knows her. She's very strong. She's also from the Chinese national team. Signature move, backflip, hit, air flare, cancel. So
and on the Olympic circuit, a lot of b-boys and b-girls doing both circuits right now. That's really putting in work. So
yeah,
shout out.
And then we have b-girl Kotya. She's from Young Generations crew. Signature move, 1990 and fold. So that's all I have for now. But Looks like you had some brackets up or something. What are you about to talk about?
Look, so far they got a list, and it seems like it's not as complete as what they posted on
and
Instagram.
This, for which event?
For the finals.
Red Bull?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Red Bull BC1 finals. So Tiro, Wigger, Phil Wizard, Hong Tin, Eason, A-Leaf, or Aleph, I guess, Aleph, Kikareem, X-Rain, Castrito, and Jeffro that we've talked about. So I guess full list is going to continue to be updated. Actually, check this out because they got a full bio on each dancer that's got basically to that final round. You can read up about them and check on some quotes and things like that. Really dope. But to all those that reached the Rebel BC1 finals for this October, this is about to be big. So congrats to them. Insane.
Hey, congrats to that. That'd be pretty dope to see. What else we got on our mind? What else we got? What we got for the topics today?
I think so, man. Hey, no touchy.
No touchy. Actually, this is something that I want to talk on. Is what are they gonna do when you see touching like that happen at Olympics? How do people view that?
Oh yeah, so it's breaking culture, right? We have this whole burn, dancing in the night, battle rocking, things like that. But at a certain point, we definitely had a consensus where it's like, okay, touching is not allowed.
Yeah.
But obviously it happens. It happened very recently. As an event organizer, and at what level do you start making some changes or making a rule about it, or actually affecting something about the competition? Do you have to disqualify somebody? Do you have to, ban somebody from the event? Do you have to like what steps and measures do you have to take, and at what level do you have to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. We gotta figure it out, because I think we all know that we're going into this kind of Olympics deal. We're this Olympic season right now.
Yeah.
But I think we've been fortunate that the boundaries of what can happen on a stage between two B-boys or B-girls hasn't really been pushed, so that I don't know if they've really had to make those.
I know that the
yet.
Olympic level competitions, they actually have rules and regulations against that. Like, you can't be going over there and giving multiple cacks and
look.
Like,
they've said some things are gonna be off limits, and I've seen some of those things
still
be on the stage.
Still
so
on
I'm
limit.
Just like, I don't know how like there's a limit or a line there that that is kind of blurry, because it's how much is culture and how much is no tolerance type of thing.
Yeah.
And we still see some burns. We don't see them as bad as Lisa's burn, or as bad as
Glad juice.
If we see that on the Olympic stage, it's over.
If we see that on the Olympic stage, oh man, I don't even know what they're gonna do to us, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh man, guys, please don't do this on the national stage on Olympics.
He said it.
Yeah, just don't do it.
He said it.
Just don't do it. Don't do it.
But yeah. So honestly, I think everybody's been pretty good with what's going on with the breaking scene in terms of going to the Olympics. Everybody knows what they're working for. Everybody's serious about it and aren't treating it like just any old jam. So yeah, I think they understand what they're doing, and they understand to have good communication with the people that coach them about the rules and about what's available. But yeah, at a certain point, it's like, if some things happen like what happened at Undisputed, man, we gotta nip that in the bud.
Oh man, that Undisputed thing, man, it turned into a real brawl. It was so expected, man. Like, the way that it was kind of like unraveling, I could see it coming.
That ain't culture. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's. Some people would disagree with you.
Oh my God, no.
Some people would disagree with you heavy. Some people here in Texas, I know that they're like, I promote this type of behavior.
Nah. See, there's consequences to actions. I ain't saying that, but to have that happen and to put that out there like that, I don't know. But we know what happened. If y'all ain't know what happened, go watch the clip.
Yep. Watch it. Oh, and also, this is actually a jam that we didn't cover, but ritual warfare.
Oh.
Just recently happened.
Dude. I mean, Dallas put on. There were some things that happened, but Dallas put on. Man.
But that was like
it
the
was
first.
a really, really dope event. The way they had it like displayed and everything like that. The flyers and everything.
But that was like the first event that Dallas actually had put on like in a minute, where you seen like an exorbitant of people actually do like a large show out.
I haven't been to a Dallas event in quite a minute. I know they have.
I don't think anyone has, man.
I know they have constant like get-togethers and dance nights and things like that, but that's the first like big event I've been to in Dallas in a long time. So shout out to them.
And so Dallas, y'all showed out, man.
It was really dope. A lot of good battles.
Yeah.
So.
Man. All we can do now is actually look up for the next ones that's coming up. So, well, thank you for showing up to the 9th installment of the HotPot podcast. And we'll definitely keep you guys updated on the upcoming events. Please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next episodes.
We got 5!